up, witches? Pyewacket and I are sitting here on a Sunday morning having some coffee. And I was in the bathroom a little while ago, and I keep my Pema Chodron books, this one and When Things Fall Apart, and others of hers. I rotate them in and out. I keep them sitting in the bathroom because, at least once a day I'm a captive audience, and it's better than Pokemon Go. So I want to share with you something that I read this morning that really started me thinking. And so I'm sharing my thinkings with you. It's at the beginning of this chapter called Meeting the Enemy in the book, The Places That Scare You. One of my two favorites of hers. The other one is When Things Fall Apart. That's number one. The quote at the beginning says, "With unfailing kindness, your life always presents you with what you need to learn. Whether you stay home or work in an office or whatever, the next teacher is going to pop right up." And this is the beginning of a chapter called Meeting the Enemy. The essence of bravery is being without self-deception. However, it's not so easy to take a straight look at what we do. Seeing ourselves clearly is initially uncomfortable and embarrassing. As we train in clarity and steadfastness, we see things we'd prefer to deny: judgmentalness, pettiness, arrogance. These are not sins, but temporary and workable habits of mind. The more we get to know them, the more they lose their power. This is how we come to trust our basic nature is utterly simple, free of struggle between good and bad. So trust that our basic nature is simple and free of this judgment of good and bad. Now, the thing that it triggered in me was thinking about over the years and, how I am, how I was habitually. Very judgmental, very critical, very controlling, all, Mercury and Pluto and Virgo qualities that are very distinct and focalized in me. And how if I would get called out on, shitty behavior when I was just being like, a controlling harridan, and somebody calls you out on it, and it's like your tendency is to just feel like it's a criticism of me personally, and that, that's just the way I am. We can go back to this this defense, ego defense of that's just the way I am. But let's think about it for a moment. Is that who you are? Is that when we do that, we're identifying ourselves with that habit of mind? I'm trying to think of an example here. Maybe something not being done the way I wanted it to be done, telling one of my kids, please clean the kitchen, please do, something, and they're not doing it the way I would do it. So I'm like, you really ought to do this. And then I get a reaction from them, and it's like, and you're off. And if somebody says, listen, you're really being controlling about this, or does it really matter? Does it really matter the way I do this? And you can feel that challenge as a rejection of who you are. That might be a little bit of a leap, but think about examples in your own life of when you've been called out on just being a little nutty, your behavior being a little nutty. And we go to this, that's just the way I am, that's just the way I am. But the next question is what we really need to ask. And that question is, who am I without that? Who am I without that? Who's the person that's thinking this? So there's this great, this great like Zen exercise where you challenge each one of your thoughts like that. Like you say, I am really, really pissed off today. Okay. Who is the one that's really pissed off today? I am, a really stubborn person. Okay, who is the person that's stubborn? You just keep challenging and moving beyond layers. Who's the one that's really frustrated right now? Who's the one that's feeling impatient? And stripping away the traits themselves and recognizing that those are not identity. Those are transitory states of mind. So one of the things we deal with in Buddhist practice is that everything changes. You know, this is one of the four. Is it one of the Four Noble Truths? I get so confused. I'm so sorry. Please forgive. But the fact that everything changes. This is the one of the ways we suffer, is the fact that everything is going to change and pass away and die, and that includes our shitty habits. That includes every mood that we go through. That includes our judgments. It's all going to change. So that when we grab onto these things as identity, understanding that those are going to change, you know, we get set up for identity crisis, for constant identity crisis, and not knowing who we are in a situation. So looking at all of these transitory things and acknowledging that that's not who I am can kind of throw us into a crisis, because then the question comes up, well, who actually am I? But that's the question of a lifetime, isn't it? Hold on a second. My alarm. And it's part of our business here as a practitioner to strip away that illusion that we have this solid identity. There's certainly something in us that is awake, aware, eternal, but it's not solid. It's not solid. It's changing and moving too. And practice can help us to come closer to that moving, living, collective energy, you know, the collective that we are part of, and move away from our solid ego identity that is constantly feeling challenged by the outside world, by people that don't agree with us, by people and circumstances that immediately make us go to the I am right place. I am right, you are wrong. Oh, had a couple birds hitting the window this morning. Take it easy, guys. It's not even a sunny day. Anyway, so, you know, this idea of just grasping onto solid ego, and you know, the idea of meeting the enemy, the beginning of that chapter, saying that, you know, remember that old, I think it was Pogo comic, we've met the enemy and he is us. This is so Buddhist in quality, that the habits of mind is what really throws us into turmoil. Not something that anybody else does. It's how we're reacting to it, how we're judging it, how we're interpreting it, how we're perceiving it. So I just wanted to share that with you, that when we get hooked into that's just the way I am. So that's the invitation to you today, to question, look at the things where you think that's just the way I am, and the just in there to me says, and I can't change it, and it won't change, and I'm not willing to change it. I'm not willing to look at it. So all of those things, anytime you get to that, I'm not willing to look at it, that's just the way I am. Accept that as your challenge today. Am I really? Is that who I am? What does that look like? And who would I be without that? So that you can start moving forward and moving closer to that essence of you, which is connected to everything. So that's just a little nugget I wanted to offer you today. I hope you got something from that. I'll see you again tomorrow for another unboxing. Please like and subscribe and click your notifications for more nuggets to come. I will see you later. Please have a great day. This is the Zen Witch. Blessed be.